The day has finally come where I get to bring you into Terminus for some pre-alpha gameplay. Tonight, I'm going to be meeting up with some of my very favorite people, friends in the Pantheon community. We're going to group up. So we got 3 guys from PantheonPlus, Drac, Theric, and Desrin. We got the one and only NathanNapalm, and the one and only CohhCarnage. So I'm going to be playing a human monk in this group. The monk is, of course, primarily a DPS class, but they also have some off-tanking capabilities and some pulling capabilities, which might come into play here tonight. So let's start sending some invites to the other guys. So, Ko, once we get everybody together here, there was a spot that we have to, there'll be a little bit of a run to get to, but it's a spot that we've been liking lately. It's usually pretty popular, but we figured we'd just run over there and see if we can carve out a spot for ourselves.
Sure. I'm here for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. So whatever you guys want to do, I'm just tagging along, checking it out.
Beautiful.
Well, we may as well pause here. So this is kind of affectionately known as the Crossroads.
Yeah, this is a good stopping point.
Yeah. So you can see
there's people meet here.
There's Throne Fast.
Oh,
one of the bridges to Throne Fast right there. And then the other direction is actually the way to Avendir's Pass. So those sort of towers off in the distance.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was figuring. I bet if we go in deeper, though, we can find a little spot for ourselves.
We could go around back. That's usually the way we approach it.
All right. Lead the way. Heck yeah.
We gotta get the pet.
Ko, do you have a mining pick? Did they give you one?
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I have a mining pick. No, see, I'll have
Anybody have an extra one?
I need to get in here on this group mining. What's they doing?
So yeah, they've done all sorts of things with this. So mining is a group activity, right?
Yes.
It can be. It doesn't have to be, but
basically it's easier, faster, and less dangerous of getting attacked while you're mining if you have a group.
Well, we got a group camp in here too. Nathan, you know the spot on the inside. Do you want to lead us in there? And also tell us what the heck you're doing?
Yeah, so if you're talking about, I'm a Dire Lord, so I'll be tanking. And what we're going to do is we have found a spot on the inside here that is a pretty good camp spot. It's got a lot of spawns.
Oh, we got another pop. Oh my gosh. Putting me to the test right off the hop.
This is sometimes what can happen in this room. People in EQ might be familiar with the phrase breaking the camp. I'm already having to use my AoE heal.
I'm at 50% mana.
Nate, just let me know if you need me to off-tank something.
I'm making things disappear.
Make it rain, Drac. Make it rain fire. Forget how stressful breaking camps is. Oh boy.
Oh man, there are a lot of pops here.
Oh man, I'm down.
Derek's down.
That guy hit me from behind. I didn't even see him pop.
I'm taking
now, can I revive you during combat, or do I need to wait for that to be done?
It should be outside of combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I also have a res. It looks like you got double tapped right there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I'm dead for sure. Dead.
This is the off-tanking that I was talking about with
Ko,
the monk.
do you need a second dagger for your
When your
offense?
enchanter goes down,
I have a bronze
the next
and
best
a
thing.
small right now.
Oh, okay.
I fortunately have pretty good survivability. I think even can increase my own healing. Situated.
Yeah,
I know,
you just
right?
take that whole thing by yourself. And you're just like,
Is this gonna be EQ all over again with
That's
a monk shot
damage.
damaging the rogues? I swear to God, if I have to live this life again. Oh
I think so.
Oh my God.
We got a wanderer coming in.
That one's got a
after the
disposition.
I can root him over there if you want.
So Spellslinger is like really bad magic damage. So perfect for the Dire Lord.
Okay. Spellslinger's mez.
Yeah, Nathan
Bad
just got
pop.
one shot by that Spellslinger.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I'm
hurt.
down. Yeah, that hurts. I got 2 of them on me. I'm down.
All right,
Yes,
I'm
you're
tanking. I'm working on it.
Which one are we looking at here?
The one with the lowest
Oh,
health.
there we go. Yep.
Oh, the one's loose from the mez. Oh, I'm up.
Trying.
I need mana. I use my mana crystal.
I wanna wait. Okay, wait so that I can self-heal.
Spellslinger's mezzed again. One for the other Wrathful as soon as I have mana.
Self-heal. Okay.
I got the other one. Okay,
They're
if we need
both. They're both mezzed. Yeah, so we can take a little breather here.
take a little mana break. I'm completely out of mana.
I'm not gonna release
So
yet.
Vanya did want to do a bunch of monk tanking tonight, so
Oh, he's got 2 guys on him now. Oh god.
Okay, there we go.
Wait, should we help these guys? I'm assuming we should, right?
I think he was trying to help.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I'm gonna cut this guy here.
Yeah. These respawns. Oh, we're back up.
Local repops. Yeah. Why is Baz laying down? Cause he's lazy. That's why.
The tanks are all sleeping.
I mean, I'm only wearing pajamas. I don't really have a whole lot of defense.
Oh yeah, PJ Club here too.
Okay, I got him.
Spellslinger first.
Yeah,
Spellslinger.
Spellslinger first. Yeah, they're the
Oh
main.
man, 72 fire damage from that guy. He critted me with the
So
fiery surge.
whatever that AoE fire explosion is,
Dang.
that's bad.
We know that it hits big now. We figured that part out.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
he's got
need
a-
to kindly ask you guys to stop
Yeah.
taking so much damage.
He's got
from
a
that
damage shield. I think that's what it was.
Oh, is
And-
that what was going on there?
My attack speed is so fast that I was just really getting it.
Yeah, you were your own worst enemy, is what you're saying, Baz.
Yeah, he was giving me a taste of my own medicine.
Look, this one has acrobatic.
How do you
does that
have
mean?
an acrobatic spirit?
Hey, don't
You did a lot of
question.
exercise.
Yeah.
That's the lore of this place. This place was once a gym.
It used to be a Planet Fitness.
It was a Planet Fitness long ago.
don't worry, Baz. The spirits are trying to sign you up for a 15-month membership. It's gonna be great.
It's also worth noting that, like senses, so aggro radius in Pantheon, they actually just put this in a while ago, is visual and sound as well.
Right.
So sometimes they can hear you coming, but what's really fun is the ones that can't hear you coming, you can just walk right behind them. They never know you're there.
Oh, what do you guys think? Should we
Yeah.
try to explore a little bit now that we have a little bit of a reprieve?
Yeah, I feel like we should. I feel like we should do a little wandering. I feel like I'm on one of those walking tours in like New York with Desrin as the tour guide.
Let me be your guide.
And on the left, you'll see the Haunted Mansion.
We're gonna
On
be
the
doing a
right,
little climbing, Des.
okay. Oh, I think we're going to be doing some climbing. So, Ko, you probably know this already, but just for the sake of everybody, one neat thing about Pantheon is there's a lot of stuff that's kind of just out in the world. You know, items laying on the ground, stuff you can click on. And some of that stuff is really useful. So we're going to help you get one of those things, assuming that it's there. It may not always be there, but it's worth checking since it's on the way.
Yeah, it's one of the things that definitely made me more interested. Like one thing that I think a lot of MMOs these days don't really cater to is needing to explore the whole world or getting really good items in places that may not be like your max level area. So yeah, definitely looking forward to kind of return to that feeling.
Right. I mean, it brings players back into lower level areas to look for things that they didn't have access to before, and
For
sort of
sure.
that player mixing of population, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's
Yeah.
just fun to just have like a sense of discovery, just going off the beaten path.
Oh, dude,
And-
that's one of my favorite things.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
with it
reasons I'm
being
actually
seamless-
not playing too much of the beta. Is I don't want to know where everything is. I want to be able to have like
Yeah.
a giant adventure when the game comes out.
I was
This is
once
like-
like that, and then I gave up and I went
Gave in.
full
Yeah,
in,
it's a little difficult at times for sure.
So what's fun
Yeah.
about this is, you know, this road that we've been going back and forth on. You wouldn't presume it, but there's this rock over here. If you follow me over to the left here,
Literally off the beaten path.
literally off the beaten path. But let's do some climbing.
Let's do it. Up we go. Do you remember who the champion climber is here?
Definitely me.
Definitely, yeah. I see.
But Baz is really going for it. Baz wins.
Yeah.
He's been training.
Oh,
But I've been going to Planet Fitness.
So, go ahead and check what's in that bag.
Right here. I clicked it. It's a climbing ring.
So, some folks might know this area. Called like the Skelly Ruins. There's a bunch of areas, but this is a bit lower level for us. But one fun thing, again, just because it's a lower level doesn't mean there's not something interesting here. So go ahead and follow me, guys. We're gonna do some climbing.
Nice.
Maybe see it from a different perspective.
All right, up we go.
And you got that climbing ring on, right? Right, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Cool. That'll help you a little bit here.
Does Pantheon have fast travel? I don't think. Are they going to do teleporting with some classes?
Druid and Wizard will have set locations that they can port people at. So it's a little in between, but it's not from anywhere.
Oh man, going up this thing, huh?
Yeah.
There's a trick to it. There's
You
a
can
trick
do
to it. Come on up to where I'm at. And right about here, you hit space.
So you can fall down and recoup your
Nice.
stamina. Yeah.
Now, as your climbing skill goes up and you start getting some gear that boosts that, you can climb this whole thing in one go.
Oh, so this is a PH of a name spawn right here?
It is.
Believe so.
Basically,
cool.
the name can spawn in any one of these locations up on the cliffs, and so people kind of end up farming these guys until they spawn somewhere.
Ooh, and a maple tree.
I'm told these goblins have a nasty DOT, so
They really do.
yeah.
Several, in fact. Oh, can someone deal with this spider? It's going to impede our progress. The Drac is like, I'm on it.
The fireball just.
You don't have to ask me twice.
So, yeah, we've done some climbing, and this is at least the foot of the area we're talking about.
Mhm.
There's multiple sections of this place.
There's a dude mining
So
right
I'm
over
just
there.
gonna let the tank. Yeah, he got to it before I could. I'm just gonna let the tank lead. That's NathanNapalm on the Dire Lord. So, go ahead, bring us to some mobs, Nathan.
I wonder how ridiculous the dance animation will eventually. Do we have dance? Do we have dance yet?
So that's actually something I forgot to mention in the wider stream. Is these are still the old models. People that follow Pantheon might be familiar. They've been working on a new set of models, rigging, animation, and all this stuff that comes together, including showing our armor and everything that we equip. That's not done yet. So we're kind of working with old tech here. If anyone was wondering, that's why everyone looks the same right now.
Ooh, watchful
And
recruit.
he's
Yeah,
yellow.
that's orange.
Oh.
Okay, get on your game.
Oh wow, he is not taking a lot of damage, is he?
Yeah, you're gonna be missing a lot. He's beefy. I didn't see the watchful disposition. I stepped a little too close.
So, what are the dispositions currently in their working format?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them. Yeah, I don't think I could name them all, but
And honestly,
They just
we don't
basically
know
buff the
exactly what all of
person?
them do.
So dispositions basically change the behavior of NPCs. It usually doesn't affect their stats or anything. It affects how they behave. So in this case, he's more watchful. He can notice people from a further distance. Each NPC has a chance of spawning with a certain set of dispositions. So not all orc brutes have that disposition, although they might when they spawn.
Yeah, there are categorical adjustments to mobs called traits that are usually like wolves, for example. Wolves have a trait that when they're together, they get attack speed, I believe.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So there's that stuff, but dispositions are more of kind of like almost like mods in ARPGs, except for it's like really behavioral. Since we're to this point, I see there's another group up there, so we're probably fine. But if you find yourself in a precarious position, like if the group's about to wipe, these rocks here, remember these rocks and climb them to find hopeful safety if things go south. Just
Hopeful.
throwing that out there.
Ko's already going up there. He's like, I have no faith
We'll
in this
be up
group.
here, friends. If you need anything else,
Oh,
I will swoop down and save the group. But until then.
Yeah, they just talked about it this week on their developer update that they've been doing ad hoc tests, which are just one-off, sort of like, hey, we need to get you guys in for the night, like we want to test some stuff. So we had 2 ad hoc tests in the past week that were basically like that. So, I mean, they're getting data, they're getting people in, and I think it's, like you said, it's speeding up.
Yep. And for three other factors that are kind of important to mention, they not only had to deal with the loss of one of, if not the founding member of the project, but then they kind of had to, do everything involved with getting over that. Also, the team has not been the size it is now for the entire 10 years. In fact, there were years where the team was significantly smaller than it is now. And the last big thing is only recently did they get a large influx of resources. They actually had a 7-figure investor at the end of last year, I think, that they were publicly announcing.
Yeah,
so, they're just starting to kind of pick up steam again. There were times when it was definitely a lot slower than it is now. And I'd say now is probably some of the fastest we've seen it throughout the entire 10 years.
Well, and it's a matter of momentum too, right? Like that's really what it comes down to. Like if you really go back and look at where they started with like an incredibly small team and basically no funding, they kind of for a while just kind of had to do the best they could with what they had. It's a really interesting story actually. They kind of started from next to nothing and kind of clawed their way through and yeah, like Des was saying, the fact that they have even gotten this far is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, MMOs are hard.
Yes.
They are. They've got so many moving components that need to be going on at once, and you have to think about everything at scale, and like it's not. There's a reason we don't see like a ton of indie MMOs. It's because they're really hard.
Yeah, it's honestly an insane undertaking what they've done.
And I think that feeds into the community sometimes, a little bit of the negativity, because I think the community is smart enough to realize what a big job it is, right? And they just are like, it's hard to understand how they could possibly do what they're trying to do when you don't follow it closely. Like, but if you follow closely and you sort of keep track of things, you're like, okay, I see how this will get done, right? And
yeah,
just without that insight, it's a little bit hard to believe it'll ever happen.
One thing we can propose to them is the next open session, if we want to get the group back together and maybe see if they can drop us at like a dungeon that we could work through for like a couple hours.
Yes.
I think that'd be kind of cool. I know that I'm sure a lot of people would want to kind of see what a dungeon experience would look like. Like literally just drop us at the beginning, the required level, and we just kind of like play through it. Like that could be kind of awesome. So anything?
What about you want to go see the big mob? You want to see the
big mob?
Oh, has Co seen it? We should go.
I don't even know what you're talking
he
about.
has.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Fuzz Ruckus. I believe.
That name does not mean anything to me.
I was talking about the dragon.
Ooh.
There's a dragon.
Can
in
we
game?
see the dragon? I don't know if we can.
Supposedly the wall is down and the dragon is up.
Well, we can try because we're close, aren't we?
Oh, that is such a tease.
How can we not do that now? How can we not do that?
I think we have to see the dragon.
I don't think Drac was supposed to say that, but now that he has, it's out there. So let's.
Was I not supposed to say? Was that a rule? Nobody told me about that
Is this
rule.
when one of the devs
There are no
grabs
rules.
the other, and they're like, wait, the wall's down to the dragon? What?
I'm getting tells saying Drac's right. I'm getting tells saying he's correct.
All right,
All right, and now we have to.
Sorry,
If just mysteriously pops out of the group, we know what happened, right?
Yeah, I know.
He was
Jump and don't
dev.
kill me. Jump and don't kill me.
Lead
Oh
on.
no, he went link dead. That's too bad.
Does
His
any?
account got banned off pre-op. Oh no.
All right,
All right, lead
who
on.
knows the way?
Who knows the way? I think I know the way, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
And I just want to also point out how crazy it is that, however many people are on, 500, whatever the count may be, that we're technically, even though it's a seamless world, we're technically in a zone, right? So one little area and we're all playing the game.
Yeah,
and
I was
it's
gonna
running
say
good.
there's no instancing, is there?
No.
No. And there's also like, when the game releases, like there won't be zones technically, but I'm sure we're all going to call them different names, etc. But
So how are they gonna do that? So like, are the dungeons and stuff aren't gonna be in like part of the main world, are they?
there will be places. Some dungeons are open world, like you just go in, and others are zone in.
Okay,
to the dungeon.
That makes the most sense. Okay.
They have said that leashing will be a variable thing. Like there's a lot of factors to that. So while trains are definitely going to be a feature, sometimes mobs might, leave you alone after a while for one reason or another. So, but the point is that it's not always exactly the same. So you'll have to figure that out the hard way.
Now, first of all, I don't know if you've noticed the area we've been traversing, but like compared to like another, like an EverQuest zone, for instance, we've probably walked through like 2 or 3 zones in just this area. So it's not, when you say that there's one area ready now, this area is huge. This is a large area. So like, I don't think the continents are going to be like 10 areas. You know what I mean?
Well,
and on top of that, what we're in now is the quote unquote finished zone. That doesn't mean they're just not working on the other stuff. We've seen tons of concept art from those areas. We've seen like snapshots from those areas. So just because we're not, I mean, hell, some of them might even be near ready. They just don't want to just, drop them in yet because it's not cogent to the whole experience, because they want to do testing and they want to see what people do, what people do in each area and things like that. So this is like what I said the first time I played in the public test, where it's like this area we've been running through now, this feels good. Like when they can eventually make 5, 6, 10 areas like this up to this quality, like that's the game I want to play. That's
absolutely.
So
I agree.
So it's like they're clearly going in the right direction, and hopefully, like I was saying before, the last few years have been spent making the pipelines to do this stuff faster. So now they're up to the point in development where they're mostly focused on this stuff. So hopefully we'll see a lot. That's one of the reasons they were comfortable enough saying, okay, we're opening up monthly pre-alphas. Right. So that's why we're going to be seeing more and more. Like they just said, they got another zone coming soon. Right. So, we're going to start seeing this stuff more and more and more and more.
Speaking of,
I remember
seeds,
they have.
So I gotta interrupt. I do not know where the dragon is.
Oh my God, we've been running the whole time. We've been following this guy for like 5 minutes, and he's just like, "Hold on, I just want to make sure everyone knows. I have no idea where I'm going.
You need to
Holy moly!
Go by.
Wow, you led us to quite a vista.
This is unbelievable.
And
the music,
oh my God,
the music just kicked
music
in.
is that, yeah,
We've unlocked music.
Okay, everybody shut up. Listen to the music.
Really though, like this whole area, there's all these little nooks and crannies and cliffs and just, that's the prospect of this game, is just there's so much stuff to find, so much room, I guess.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, Ko, like having 10 or so of these areas on a continent is actually probably a pretty fair assessment based on how they've mapped out the overworld. So there's the world is going to be huge, and like you were saying, we have seen like previews of several of those other zones. Like just because this is the only one that's available in pre-alpha right now doesn't mean it's the only one that's had progress made on it. So there'll definitely be more to come.
Nathan, where's this dragon? Are you leading us astray?
Look, I'm going off of rumors here. And I did not see the dragon, so we might have been trolled. I've heard a lot of people say he's up here, but I do not see him.
Is this one of one of those fables that goes around? It's like, oh, did you hear about the sea monster at the bottom of the ocean?
Sure, there's a dragon.
There hasn't been dragons seen in these lands in over 100 years.
You gotta believe.
Well, it was a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. There we go. And we're down. Okay,
there we go. That's the way to end it.